So yeah, once that's properly running, then I won't have these issues as we travel. It's just Starlink is not allowed for South Africans, but I've figured out how to get a an international account, and then now we can start using it.
You haven't tried it yet?
No, it's not allowed in South Africa. So like if you use South African accounts, you can't really log in. But I've like created some Zambian email accounts now and then use the Zambian business account now. So every time we travel, at least we can use Starlink around Africa instead of just having
Oh,
it. Yeah, South Africa's banned from Starlink. I don't know if you guys know that.
because of the regulations?
Yeah, yeah. I think political, I don't know what political issues there are, but yeah,
Well, Donald
we
Trump
just
shut down Anthropic's toughest model this weekend. Did you see that? Did you
no,
see
I
about
didn't.
hear about that over there in South Africa?
No, no, I didn't even hear about
Are
that.
you guys allowed to use Claude and all that out there?
Yeah, we are. We are.
Oh,
We use
okay.
Claude. Yeah. I
Okay.
mostly use Grok, so I'd be quite shocked if we if we couldn't
Oh,
use Grok
okay.
anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why, because Trump and, well, I don't know. But with Claude, they shut down the highest model that they were letting everybody use this week until the 22nd before they figured
Really?
out how they were going to charge everybody. And
Oh,
Donald Trump put a boop, shut it down.
really? Wow.
Really? And he's
Yeah,
saying
he's
no
very,
foreigners can use it. So he's putting a lot of regulations on him, sir.
yeah.
So,
Donald Trump is quite hectic. I see he banned quite a few of us from coming into the country for the World Cup. So yeah, he is.
he did?
He,
Was that a lot
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
trouble
he
for
did.
South Africa?
Yeah, quite a few people couldn't actually travel like as supporters to go over, and then I think as well as some referees who were supposed to be refereeing that side, just yeah, straight up
Wow.
cut us off. Yeah, so yeah,
Wow. Wow.
I can see
We're going to
maybe
have to
things were a
change
bit of a
that.
threat.
That's a
Yeah,
change. I sent you the
yeah.
pictures. Did you watch the game?
No, no, no. The South African game. I haven't had time to watch football, to be
Yeah,
honest.
no, no.
Yeah,
Too busy.
I've I've been very busy,
I just have
and
it
plus
on
I
in the
think
corner.
yeah, plus for us when I think the games are playing in your time, it's very much late in the evening. I think I wanted to
Oh,
watch one of them, but it was around 12 o'clock at night. So it just didn't really make sense.
yeah, right. I need my rest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Amen.
100%. I hope you guys can't hear the background noise.
No,
I just
sir.
using one of the boardrooms in the state here. So I know
Oh,
there's a
that's
few people in the
awesome.
background also playing playing a few
There.
games there.
Yeah. Were
Yeah,
you
but
able to?
I'm
Are you on summer vacation out there?
no, no, no. I
No.
am generally working. Tomorrow's a holiday, though it's a public holiday this side, but no, we're working.
Okay, okay. I hear you.
Yeah.
Were you able to go through the survey that we I sent you?
Nope. If I'm honest, I haven't been able to go through the survey. I've basically just paused now from handling
Okay.
everyone's issues. I was hoping you guys are my first bit of great news today in terms of a solution because I've now, I think, just lost around two separate clients now because
Mm.
of O&M issues monitoring. So yeah, I've actually been trying to firefight that because they're complaining that we haven't been monitoring their load. And I
Mm.
mean, like, just I'll give you an example. So, there was a client called Two Core, and their load has actually changed. The electricity load has changed because they installed about three new freezers or fridges that they use in their facility, meaning they use more power. So they assumed we were going to be monitoring that and actually seeing that they use more power, so we can actually give them a solution. But no one on the monitoring contacted them. They just read the screen and never actually realized it. And now they've gone with another solar provider. So
Oh,
if
oh
you guys
wow.
can better help, yeah, if you guys can help me with that solution so that I can have an automated now, then I'm good to go. Um, with regards to the survey, I'm just trying to scale through my emails now, just so I can see.
Do you mind me sharing my screen with you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Share it, share it.
Yes, yeah, yes, sir.
Hopefully I can maybe answer your survey now. So,
Perfect. Okay.
and I know there was the NDA that needed to be redone. Yeah, I did ask one of the PAs if they can do it, but they haven't jumped onto it right now. So
Okay,
we will
so
definitely try and have that for you. Operational value mapping and AI opportunity assessment. Yeah, this is perfect.
perfect. I mean, we're bros, so let me. So we need to execute what you said about that. Shorts. So we want to go through the discovery.
Yeah,
Um, so value. So with discovery today, so quantify, prioritize, validate, and recommend. Sound good?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Clarity before commitment, right, my bro?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So, operational bleed analyst, right? Inspections and reporting workflow, elusive figures to be validated against your actual operation. 150 sites, multiple countries, 88,000 is conservative range per year, right? On the administrative costs, manual reporting, centralized consolidation, upper range roughly is around that. Sorry. Um, so to mutual NDA discovery survey value mapping assessment, current analysts roughly 25 to do a diagnostic assessment, 5,000
So
comprehensive
is
assessment.
this your pricing at the moment, eh?
Yes, but we could work around what you think works.
Okay.
Okay. And it's just the analytics that went through it where there's always room to discuss. This is just a presentation that we came up with, just like your team came up with the NDA. So we're just
Yeah,
trying to. We first really need to see, like today, what we heard today, Sine, about losing that client. That's a lot of money. We don't want to loss ROI. Your
yeah,
team don't
yeah,
want loss ROI, and how much did that affect the company, right? One
yeah.
loss, no matter if it's a penny, is a loss, right?
Loss.
And,
Yeah,
and
100%.
it could be 100 million pennies of clients, and that's $100 million, right? Later in the,
Yeah,
$1 million later in the day, right? Depending on who
yeah,
you're looking after, right? It's just this is how they taught us in the AI's consulting certification in presenting. I know we're here to help first. You know what I mean, and we want to make the solution work for your team and your company to make your ROIs grow, not go down, right? Because when
yeah,
we lose
yeah, 100%.
customers, then we're losing
That's it.
ROI, right?
Yeah,
Amen. So how many active sites are in operations? We already talked about that, correct?
yeah.
Which country? We talked about that. How many field personals are deployed? How many, like, do you deploy them out? Do you have a system that deploys to the sites that are flagging?
Yeah, yes. So what happens is we obviously use inverters. So our inverters that we use right now are plugged into whatever portal that is actually giving us this information right now. So usually what would happen is we'd install a router and a SIM card to the inverter, and then it would tell us about the energy production that's occurring on
Okay.
site. Yeah.
Okay. So where's the
So just if I can answer maybe the questions that you have here, how many active sites in operation? It's around 250 to 300 sites in operation. Which countries, regions are served? The regions are generally Zambia, South Africa, and Swaziland. And then we are
mhm.
trying to break into Kenya, and we have a few sites in Botswana right now. How many field personnel are deployed? The field personnel is variable because I think we have around 50 staff that we can call on to obviously deploy to field. A lot of the time we do use some subcontractors if it's actually more valuable. in terms of time and money to use subcontractors. So we usually deploy subcontractors out if there's an issue that we can't immediately reach. How long does each report take to complete? So in terms of that, in terms of reporting, generally right now, the reports are automated. So I mean, I could go onto iSolar or I could log on to SunSync and generate a report almost immediately for a client. But the issue is that it's manually having to be done where we log on and then we actually check if there's a fault and then give them a report. Um, who reviews and consolidates the reports? Currently, it's the O&M team, the operations and monitoring team,
Oh,
who
sorry, sorry.
is looking over those at the moment. And then what software tools are currently used? I think there's generally not really any software tools other than the ones that are given to us by the providers of each, let's say, inverter themselves. So whether they're providing us the inverter or maybe the meters themselves, then that software is generally given to us by them, and then we just log onto the portal and we're able to see any snags that are occurring. What is the biggest operational bottleneck right now? I think I've explained the biggest operational bottleneck at the
Yes,
moment.
sir.
It's the mere fact that sites are either offline, they either having inconsistent load, and no one is properly actually measuring that or actually reporting any of that back to us. I mean, I was thinking today, I thought, look, if I could have just had an alert, even on let's say last week Monday, that came through to me and said, hey, Too Cool has just increased their load and they're pulling in more from the grid than they are from the solar. There's an opportunity
Mhm.
there to actually upgrade their solar instead of having them completely grid side, or actually remove them from being grid side completely.
Right.
Yeah, and then yeah, those are the bottlenecks. Which process consumes the most admin time? Is Well, for me personally, it's not consuming time, it's more consuming actual like revenue. And I think it's consuming the most time from the operations and monitoring team. Because essentially I told you now, I mean if this solution can work, I don't need to have an operations team employed, a monitoring team employed. I mean, we could essentially just have it as a case where we have the technicians who actually receive the alerts directly, because currently it's going from a stage of portal
Yes.
monitoring to technician. So if the
Hmm.
technicians themselves could actually see the faults that are
Hmm.
coming in, and I could see it on myself on our field service management tool, I could then just deploy them on either a work order or that they can actually go out. I mean, I could actually see which ones are critical, because generally if a string is missing on a sequence of panels, that's critical because that string needs to be reattached so that the energy production is actually better. But I mean, for instance, sometimes something is offline and it's either due to the fact that the SIM card or router connected to it ran out of data. So usually then I'll give you an example. The first thing that happens if I see a site is offline right now, the monitoring team is supposed to actually initially contact the clients and then ask them if they can either reset their router or check if their SIM card has data, because some places around, I mean, in Africa don't have fiber optics. So if they don't have fiber optics, we're using LTE. So yeah, from there, then we just check if they have data, if they have LTE connection. And then like a lot of the time, actually, maybe let's say 90% of the time, it actually is the fact that their internet connection has had a disruption. And at the moment that we actually viewed it offline, it was just an internet issue. But it's the moments where it's not an internet issue that, we need to actually get to it.
Right.
And then if one workflow could improve this quarter, the workflow that could improve would be fault monitoring, and then from there, fault assessment, and then fault corrections. So yeah,
Okay.
because I mean, I want to be moving into the space right now because regardless of the fault monitoring and the fault corrections, my biggest peeve right now is that we're actually not upselling. Because at heart, I'm more of a salesman than anything, and I'm missing the opportunity right now to actually upsell to our clients. Because, for instance, like I said right now, someone installed fridges. They've been consuming more power from the grid, and they thought we're not monitoring it. and we haven't actually noticed that. They had to go themselves and obviously receive their electricity bill for the past 2 months. And they're only telling us
Mm.
2 months later that, hey, we've been consuming more. You guys should have noticed this. We just actually went to another solar provider because
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
right.
yeah,
Wow.
because they
And
came
how?
back and said, after speaking to the other provider, the provider said, "Hey, why are these guys not monitoring this? We would have noticed this within the first week of your daily usage going it being irregular, and we would have called you and been like, hey guys, is there something going on? Your usage is irregular at the moment." From there, I would have been able to ask, they would have been able to tell me, hey, we've just installed 2 new fridges and we've installed this. We're trying to produce more, because the company produces ice, if you can believe it. They're actually an ice manufacturing company for
Wow.
Zambia. So yeah. So they
That's
said, no,
cool.
look, we've had a few more installations because we'd like to provide more ice, but you guys haven't been monitoring it. They can't trust us that we've been monitoring it at the moment. And
Right,
that's
right.
a huge issue because I actually missed an opportunity. Now, first of all, we've now lost an O&M for someone who's actually been paying maintenance to us. And on top of that, now we've lost opportunity to improve their solar and actually charge more on their own.
Wow, wow. I know you weren't happy.
No, 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 I wasn't happy. I,
I'm
I
sorry to
mean,
hear
today,
that.
if I can be honest with you, today I've been like dealing with a lot of that now. So,
Frustration. But I think
yeah,
we have your solution, Sine. What do
yeah.
you say, Noel? Any thoughts, Norwin? Do you want to show them what you came up with the demo
Uh,
on this?
Hi, Drake. Hi, Sine.
Hi,
Glad
man.
that you could join us, and
Yeah,
we're trying to offer you the solutions. In the background, even before this meeting, even last week, we've been doing some work already, trying to understand your questions and understand your concerns, and then we're looking at solutions already for
yeah,
you. But we need to kind of get the NDA and then get a draft scope of work that we could show you. This is the scope of work that we agreed on, that we
yeah,
understand. Then if you agree with it, then we could get going on it. And
yeah.
if you agree on the pricing, in some cases, if we require more experts on the SCADA system, for example, about the inverter or something like that. Do you have someone that we could talk to and get some information, or should we get our own experts to help us develop the system that we're providing you?
I could probably get someone to assist you. I could either get so we have access to the technical expertise from each supplier of ours, so they're always more than willing to actually connect with us. I mean, if we have an issue regarding any of their software, they're the first ones we go to.
Okay. Okay. I know the concerns, like when you were talking, it's not just the monetary loss, but there's also the reputation cost that it
Yeah,
affects you,
yeah,
right?
the goodwill behind it. You're correct.
Goodwill, yes. Yeah. So
The
just a
trust.
couple,
It's really the trust. You want
yeah,
your customers to trust you, your company. You know what I mean? It's the trust, and when you
Yeah,
start losing trust, then that's when
you
you
lose
start getting the
customers.
you
it,
Yeah,
lose
because
customers, and then
a
word of
lot of
mouth gets out, right? Oh,
yeah,
you having this trouble, and then it starts
yeah,
domino affecting, and that's what we
yeah.
don't want. And that's I know we could solve and help you. I would like Norwin to. What do you think to show his little demo that he has, Noel?
it depends on Sinead's time. I think this meeting is for another 10 minutes, so we could show you quickly what we have in mind, and then we'll formalize it with the formalized scope of work that we could send you. But
Yeah.
are you ready to do some a little demo there, Norwin?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
How you know it?
Hello, Sine. So this is actually the interface that we came up. So you can
We
check
can't.
here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
Just
can.
wait. I'm just waiting for your screen. I'm just
Uh,
waiting for your screen to pop up here.
sure.
My network's just a bit,
Oh, this
Yeah,
this
sure.
just a
Sinead,
bit.
this is just hypothetical right now. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, it
for
just popped up.
for demo
Is it this
purposes.
plant list?
This is the solution that we came up, but this one is initially. So this is the UI UX. So you can see here the site,
Yeah.
yeah, and then we also put some, like, it's some flavor. So there will be like a ticketing system. So this ticketing system is like more IT help desk, but we can integrate it also with the solar scenario too. So depending on the issue, of course, we're going to categorize it with P1, P2, P3, P4. Then it will be like we're going to automate it, and then it going to auto trigger for the admin panel. So there will be two
Okay.
application, one for the user, either this one going to use for the site itself, and then admin user, which will be for you. And
Okay.
then there will be also copilot, like for example you want to ask like what will be the report for today, and then you can ask in which site. So this is not perfect yet since I'm not doing the backend yet. And then you can
Uh,
also do the analytics. You can do like weekly, month, and year.
yeah. So
Once
for
I
the
do.
for the analytics, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying for the analytics side, I get a lot of this already
mm-hmm,
on each portal. So
mm-hmm,
the analytics side, I'm not really quite worried about if it shows up on a dashboard or anything. The main thing that I really want at the moment is for us to be actually getting how can I say it concise reports. It shouldn't it shouldn't just be a whole load of information. It should just be a case of today I got an alert exactly telling me that the load at this specific site has increased by, let's say, 23 kilowatts. And that
mm-hmm,
23 kilowatts is irregular to your consistent load. So right now, what could be happening? Why are you using the excess power? And then that's for us to do the assessment, right? Or to do a site assessment from there. We either call
mm-hmm,
the client or we go do a physical site assessment and we say, okay, look, I can view right here that your load has increased and I can see you've installed once again, like maybe five new boilers or,
mm-hmm.
10 new boilers. And then from there, I can see this is what's drawing your energy. From there, I can actually present a solution because I've actually figured out the problem and now we can actually present our solution to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm,
so basically, you have the what you call it, the dashboard already, and
Yes.
you're happy with the way you have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
I
I mean, right now, if we could also consolidate this, because I'll tell you my plan that I was working on today is now currently if I have iSolar.
mm-hmm,
iSolar has we using iSolar for sun grow inverters, and we have about let's say 90 clients who are using sun grow inverters. Those 90 clients are split 30 South Africa, 30 Zambia, 30 in Eswatini, and then at the moment right now I've been actually going and being like, okay, let's just separate all these emails so that not every single region is showing up in one place. So I was about to create three separate portals just so that it actually helps separate the information for them if that was the issue. Even though me and you both, all of us all know you can just filter that. But the issue is like people are not actually going and actually just filtering information. And then from there, after it's filtered, I could say to them, okay, you now only have 30 sites that you have to view. If you see any irregularity during the day, during the week, during the month, you need to tell us immediately. And that's the biggest problem. No one's telling us this. So if I could substitute all of that using AI agents, I would do it immediately.
yeah, most likely like
okay.
an auto trigger. If there's something happens in the site, it
Yeah.
will be auto trigger
Oh,
for
yeah.
yourself.
Because even,
Mm,
yeah, and auto trigger, but not even just to myself and the technicians who are actually going out on site. Because remember,
mm-hmm,
like we have technicians now and they're very good at their job. But the problem is they're not being triggered. They'll come in on a day to day and then
mm-hmm,
maybe they're working on a few projects. And I mean, we have an entire team dedicated to solving any offline or any fault issues, and then it's a project management team who's actually working on project. And currently, I'm using a lot of technicians to go out and do projects, whereas what is the point of them then? Because they have a lack of work. But when I jump onto the system, I'm like, hey guys, I can see this place is offline. I can see this one is offline. This one is offline. And now I'm manually going, or the team is manually going. They're creating a request on. So we use a software management system. So we'll create a request, and then it's up to the regional manager themselves, where the regional manager then needs to go and actually process those requests into work orders, where we create actual service appointments where now we can contact the clients and say, hey, we've noticed this, and go out. But that's not happening because from the start, no one is actually notified of an issue and a correct issue. Because even at the same time, sometimes it'll be a case of, like I said, the thing is offline, but they could have easily just sent a message to the clients and said, your system is offline. Please, can you maybe check your router? Check if you have enough data. If that's not the case, then we'll send someone out. And that's a quick message that can go out to their on-site electricians, or it can go out to their admin, and they can just respond to us quickly and say, hey, we've checked the router.
Isn't this
Maybe
what
it's not
this
the
does,
router.
Norwin? Isn't this what the
Uh,
subcontractor?
yes, that based on my understanding last meeting, is the technician is the subcontractor?
Yes. No, no, no. So the technician can be a subcontractor, or it'll be
Okay.
our technician. Obviously, we have our head technicians who will deploy subcontractors
Okay.
if we don't have enough labor on hand. But
Okay, okay.
yeah,
So, by the way, in Africa, what's the popular messaging app that you guys using?
it's currently WhatsApp, but I've been trying
WhatsApp.
to move away from using WhatsApp. So internally, we've been using Zoho Click, and that's only entirely because, I mean, Zoho Click is currently hosting our accounting, it's hosting our field management software, it's hosting our project management software,
Mm.
it's hosting a whole lot of software.
And also the technician using that one.
Yes, technicians also using Zoho. I mean, I could
Okay.
give you a simple example here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do it in good
actually,
faith. I know we don't.
uh, I make also the scenario. So, for example, there's a problem in the site, and then it's going to auto trigger in the platform, and also going to trigger,
Yes.
like, for example, the technician. So, this, if you're still seeing my screen, so this will be the format.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, sure. Wait a second.
Are you guys able
Not,
to see it?
not yet. No,
No.
no.
Or is it not just showing you guys? So
Now I see your screen. Yes, sir.
now do you see
Oh,
it?
okay.
Okay. So this is our field service management over here.
Mm-hmm.
So what'll generally happen is the monitoring team are supposed to be populating this with requests. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for if anything is an issue, okay, inverter 2
Mm-hmm.
is offline. I mean, today we've only logged 4 requests, which I know is not true. If I just had to go look over there, I'd see a lot more sites that are offline. So inverter 2 offline, inverter 7 MPPT string assessment is off. This string is also off. This site visit, that's a site visit, sorry, that has nothing to do with it. But anyway, you can see over here, I mean, we have multiple inverter issues here that they've just listed over here. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this is offline, offline here. This was June 8th, offline, offline. Now, what would happen over here is I would get my request and I'll see, okay, who's available to be able to handle this request right now. And I would convert this into a work order. That work order would then go out straight to the field to the technician, and the technician would be receive the work order, and they'd create a service appointment according to this.
Okay. Actually, this solution I came up also with the UI. Yeah, I think I understand
Pardon?
it, Sine. Yeah, yeah. I think I
Yeah.
understand it. Yeah.
So I mean, currently here, you can see over here. I got frustrated early this morning because no one distributed any work. And
Mm-hmm.
here's me just going saying, hey, go and fix this inverter, go and fix this inverter, go and fix this
Mm-hmm.
inverter. This battery is low. I could see on the system that their batteries were low. So we need to go check the battery fault. There's a commission sun grow, and then here, here, here. But I myself, as COO, don't want to be doing this. Like
Yep. Mm-mm.
That's
it actually
taking too
just
much
doesn't.
time consuming for
Yeah,
what you
it's
got to
taking to
do.
my time. I mean, you can see here I'm trying to run payroll and I'm trying to figure out a whole lot of other things that have nothing to do with this. But I jump onto that because at the moment right now, it's a case of I'm losing clients, so
Yes,
that
yes.
can't happen.
So Norwin, you could do all that, correct, sir? We could do this,
Uh,
yes?
uh, yes, Drake, and also I need to understand. For example, there's a new site that needed to be installed by Solar, and then how you guys integrated it into your system.
Okay, so you're saying from installation to monitoring.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so we'll basically go inside. We'll obviously install the solar. We'll build something called a power room that connects to the solar itself, and then from the inside the power room we have all those inverters. On those inverters we connect a router so that we can then connect to iSolar or SunSync or whoever's servers that they use, so that that information can transmit to their servers, and then we basically just connect online to, let's say, their website or anything, and then we log in, and then I can see a list of all the plants. So the same way you had it listed there, plant list with each and every single plant, I'll be able to click into a plant, and then I'll see. Once I click in, I'm like, okay, this is online, this is offline. This one is online, this one is offline. But once again, if there's people who are doing that, they either are not doing it or they're missing a few of them or they're not going through each and every single one.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I'd just like to mitigate the whole problem of having to shout at anyone or ask anyone, why
Mhm.
did you not look at this? Because
Mhm.
I know for a fact AI could probably just recognize the irregularity and just send a notification through. Because I wouldn't even mind if I myself got 50 notifications throughout the day that told
Right.
me this side is offline, 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 and
Mhm.
then from there we deploy, and then we because I mean right now if you guys could actually connect to our field service management system, and it actually creates the request immediately, then I could just say to the regional manager, every fault request has already been automatically put there. I mean, you know how much staff you have, you know how many of them either need to be on site at different
Mhm.
projects or who needs to be here doing a snag list and sorting out snags. From there, they can appoint the work. Because I mean, at the start of each week, we generally set everyone's schedule out. Because even if it was, sorry, if it was a case of we were actually able to work the schedules in, and then it actually helped us with scheduling the technicians to go out and do the snags. That would even be better because
I
then
think the
I take out.
platform the platform Norwin Design will do all that. So to your in-house team and to your subcontractors
Yeah, yeah. So the
without the
so
client being interrupted.
Yeah. So for the subcontractors, we deploy subcontractors because obviously there's always a point where we need to speak about pricing and then like, they need to give us a quote and everything. So before we ever dispatch a subcontractor, we are always sitting with the team first just to see who has hands. And then for instance, I mean, I'm right now in a different province, which I think you guys would call like a state. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a different state right now, and I mean, right now we don't have an in-house team that's, let's say, in Kimberley State because it wouldn't be feasible for us to actually have an entire branch over in Kimberley. So what
Right.
we'd usually do is we'd say, okay, to the technicians, is it going to be more valuable for us to send you out there either on a drive there, a flight there, accommodation costs are also included, all those costs are included, or it's a case of this is actually be more time valuable and monetary value to just go and subcontract it. Who of our list of subcontractors that we have in Kimberley can we ask to just quote us to go and solve this issue? Because once again, they have to do a site assessment first. So usually if it's not a case of a sim or an issue like that, if maybe because I mean sometimes it rains here, it hails, and it some panels get cracked. And I mean the client themselves are never going to climb up on a 3 4 meter high roof
Right,
to
right.
go and check
Right.
if their panel's cracked. So we'll just call someone and then ask them, look, can you do a site assessment? Check if it's either the strings that are detached at the top, or is it either a crack on the panels? I mean, there's a lot of monkeys here in KZN, and you'll laugh, but monkeys climb up on panels here, and like sometimes do something ridiculous, and then we just don't know. The client will know either it's just to actually go and check.
We have pigeon problems out here with the solar. I had pigeon problem, right?
Yeah.
And you got to put a
Yeah.
meshing on because the solar
Yes.
sits on the brackets, right, on the roof,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's the
On the-
mounts
yeah.
sit, and you got
Yes.
like at least 3-inch gap in
Yeah.
between the
Yeah.
solar
Yeah.
panel to the roof, and
Yes,
the
and
pigeons want to
literally
make a
we have the
nest.
same issue, and the pigeons make a nest inside there. And then sometimes if they cut the cable, it allows moisture in, which also sets off a fault on the solar panels as well. Because if you get moisture into the PV cables, it's a whole issue.
Right, right. So
Sine,
Norman, what's your thought?
Sine, let me
Yeah.
just ask a quick question. How many, you call it pain points or problems, do you have a listing of all this so that we could make sure that we address them all?
Oh, I could definitely make a listing for you and send
Yeah,
it to you
please.
100%.
That
Yeah.
way, that way we can offer you the right solutions for make sure that the system that we're going to give you for notification and all that is accounted for these problems.
Yeah.
And it's possible that we might need to do the actual workflows that you do now to manually do it, and then we will use the AI to automate them. You know, to some degree, we probably we understand it based on what you our meeting right now, but there might be others that might show up that we might offer to you to make sure make it to take back some of your time, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna request that list of problems, pain points that you have, so that we address them in our solutions to you. One last question I have, Zane, is that I know you have immediate needs, but we would like to give you the overall. So either we do it in a, we're thinking about a pilot project first before we go full blown to the other ones. You might want to choose one or two or three areas that you want to, solar farm that you
Test
want
it.
to test it. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, we could possibly do that 100%. What I'm going to do now is just take a proper overlook on the pricing you gave me right now. I'll be honest, I don't have any comparison points at this moment for any of the pricing you gave me for the solution. So I it did scare me here seeing at $255,000. Like I would lie, that is quite a high price point, especially for the African market. So because the way I want to do it is I actually want to integrate this cost into the O&M costs that we already have right now. So as part of the O&M cost that we're actually charging per client, I mean, if I could add your solution in per client, and then I know, okay, if I'm charging someone, for instance, let's say 5,000 Rand per month for their O&M, this is how much the AI is of that per month of this client. Then I can negate saying, hey, we had to hire a person every single time you got a new client. That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
To make sure that it's not adding the dollars to your O&M, but we're not saying replacing the people, but
Yeah.
in reality, it helps your business thrive and retain more customers and all that. So
Yes.
there's a balance there, right? So
Yeah.
anyway,
And the price, the pricing is just how it's just a base. It's not a actual. I know the
Yeah.
pricing in South Africa is different. You know,
Yeah.
how when we learn and we're learning, we learn in the USD and you guys are in South Africa. I understand the
Yeah.
pricing. So we're here to help your solution and help you, Sine, first and foremost, and your company. And I know what Norwin came up with is exactly what you're looking for to do. Am I correct, Norwin?
Yes, Derek. I just needed some of the references. So actually,
Snakes.
I can come up solution by tomorrow.
And then obviously what's our
Does that sound good, Sine?
yeah, yeah, that's good. Sorry, so I was just receiving a call here. It's my
No.
wife here. Um,
Yes, I
yeah.
mean,
No, definitely.
definitely
I
we
think
could
that
do
sounds
what you're doing. We can implement AI to make
so.
you a
But
ticket team,
yeah,
a ticket service to where that you're not losing any
yeah,
offline inverters,
yeah,
customers,
and
so forth.
yeah. And on top of that, not just even a ticketing team, something that will alert me and say, let's say per week or per month that, hey, your client is using, because the way solar works is you can either be grid tied or you can be hybrid. A hybrid solution consists of us installing batteries and removing them completely from the grid. So they're not reliant on power, the governmental power providers or anyone. They're actually using solar. That same solar panels are either charging their batteries and supplying them their load.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
lot of the time, we have clients who are grid side. So the solar is supplementing a part of their load. So right now, let's say I have per month, I'm using 600 kilowatts. So for that system, I would not want this customer would, let's say, be using 300 kilowatts of solar and 300 kilowatts of grid. And from there, if let's say again they install something or their production increases, all of a sudden now they're using they total load is maybe let's say 900 kilowatts, and I find out that they're using 600 kilowatts from the grid and still only using 300 kilowatts from us. That's still not a good thing because first of all their electricity bill is completely high, and I have an opportunity to reduce the electricity bill further by installing more solar. Or I could go to them and say, hey, over time, this will be a better cost value for you because if I install batteries, you're essentially off of the grid now, and it's called battery arbitrage. So from
Mhm.
there, now I start saying to them, okay, look, you would have paid this amount for if you were on the grid, but now you can pay this amount for the batteries, and the batteries will pay themselves off within 6 months. So,
Nice.
I mean, if I'm honest, that was one of my biggest pet peeves that I was like, oh, someone else upgraded you? Why? Like, why
Mhm.
did someone else upgrade you?
Why did
And the
you not call
reasoning
us
behind,
first?
yeah, why did you not call us first? And their reasoning was, we've never received any monitoring report from you. No one's ever called us to tell us that our load is increasing. We just haven't heard from you. Since you installed it, maybe you come out every once in a while and do a panel wash for us or an
Mm.
electrical service where,
So there's no follow up customer.
yes,
Okay.
yes, relationship. And there's
Good.
always, I promise you, everyone's always trying to increase their level of business, meaning they're always going to use more power, meaning we always have an opportunity to step in as well.
Sure.
Mm.
As a kind of average, what's the usage of the solar panels to your customer? Is it at 80% capacity, 70%, 90%, or
So there's
100%?
obviously always a loss with solar. So usually on average, like there's about 30% loss on it. So like either due to like something, maybe like what shade or the power's lost to heat or whatever. But usually with our clients, okay, sorry, you're actually asking a different question here. You're not asking about loss of energy. You're saying what how much of solar are they actually using
Utilization.
compared to grid?
Yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah.
usually it's around, if we put in a grid tie system, usually we try to get our clients at 70% solar and 30% on grid.
Mm. Mm.
So
Okay.
only 30% of the energy production comes from the actual governmental electricity grid, whereas then solar produces the rest. But the issue becomes in, once again, when I find out that their grid usage has now increased, but their solar stayed the same.
Mm.
Something's wrong there. Right. Right.
Yeah, something's wrong,
Some.
meaning they're
Right.
using more power than we actually giving them. And there's always an opportunity to give them more power.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Uh, okay. So our respectful of the time that you spend with us, but we're willing to extend it. We have the survey that Norman generated. So do you have some
Yeah.
more time to do it?
No, no. Right now, if I could maybe have 5 more minutes with you, we can catch up again on Thursday. I'm in South Africa the rest of this week now, so that's all good. Yeah, I think Wednesday or Thursday is fine. It's a public holiday this time here
Yes.
now tomorrow, so
Mhm.
I'm actually going to try use that public holiday to catch up on a lot of things. So I could probably generate your guys a snag list for you, and then
Yes.
yeah, probably tomorrow, and then those list of pain points. Then I'll send that list of pain points over to you guys tomorrow. And then let's say if we can convene again Wednesday around the same time, 5 o'clock my time.
Perfect.
Sounds
Perfect.
good. Did you get it? Sorry, is that 5 o'clock your time?
Yeah,
And that time is same time as now?
yeah, same time as now.
Okay. So 8 a.m. Pacific Standard and 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Mountain Time. Got you.
So yeah, so we want to use the last 5 minutes of the time to address any other concerns that you have or something you want to tell us today.
No, I think that's about it for now. I mean, I
Yes.
think I'm giving you a full rundown of the things that are giving me issues right now. I think as time goes by, I'm also going to realize more of the any issues that we're currently having, and like he'll be my first option if I need a
Sure.
solution. So
Sure. One
Appreciate
thing I
it.
forgot.
Appreciate
One thing I forgot to ask earlier is that how soon do you want this? This
well,
it
right now,
affects
if
it affects. Are we bringing more people or to make it expedite all the solutions for
yeah.
you or
So I can tell you right now, it's more just about monetary value. I mean, if you guys can give me a good price, I can pass it through with the directors and management team as well. Then, I mean, from there, I mean, I'd personally rather have this solved by July. If we could even say middle of July, end of July, I have a full-blown solution that I can present to everyone and say to them, look, instead of us going now and saying we need to hire 3 or 4 monitors or people to sit there and actual monitor, like it doesn't make sense.
it. Right.
Like I have everyone here who will present to us an AI solution right now, and that cost can be absorbed into the O&M costs right now.
yeah?
Then
Yes.
100%.
All right.
Okay,
We're your
so
team, bro. DMS,
yeah,
DMSV group. Sine, we got you for TRRC.
okay, we'll prepare for that solution for you by mid-July, and
Before.
our understanding for you. Uh, we need to work hard and get going on it,
Yeah.
and uh,
Yeah, once you give
it,
us those pain points as soon as possible, and
Yeah.
we'll go and Nora will dissect this meeting today. And I know he already has a plan in his head, like he did already. That's is amazing, trust me. And and by I think by if you'd like to meet on Wednesday or Thursday, you let us know, put it in, and we'll accept it, and we'll
Yeah.
see you on Wednesday or Thursday.
100%. I think that's perfect. I
Sounds
think that's
good.
perfect. That's
Amen.
perfect.
Thank
That's
you.
perfect. I'm gonna do a lot of I'm gonna be sitting down tomorrow and like running over a whole bunch of people's KPIs as well. So I need to check over their performance also over the past month now. Halfway through the month. So even now I might find something that I think you guys might have a solution for.
sure.
So
Mm-mm.
I mean I'll probably like pass that through. We can have a conversation about it also.
Perfect.
Mm-mm.
Throw
Sounds good.
whatever we can help you with, Sine. We're here to help you.
100%.
We're the
100%.
team. We're your
We're a
team,
team.
last night.
We're your team.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever we
that
could
sounds
take a load
brilliant.
off your shoulders to make you shine, we're your team.
100%. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir. And it's all glory to God. That's all I have to say.
All the
Amen.
time. God is good all the time. 100%.
Amen.
Also, I love
All
you, George.
right. Any,
Okay.
Okay.
any other questions, fellas?
Yeah, for me, it's all good. It's just needed to solve the problem, bro.
Thank you,
All
brother.
good.
All
All
right.
good.
So
Yeah.
sorry. One last question. This
Yeah.
July solution is for one test pilot, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
do it.
and then we'll have another date for testing, and then move on
If your
to.
first test pilot is good, I will easily say let's run with this right now.
Sounds good. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
100%.
thank you.
Okay.
Looking forward to
Thank you,
seeing you
guys.
on Wednesday or Thursday, buddy.
Okay,
100%. You must please all have a blessed evening. Enjoy.
you
Thank you.
too.
Likewise, sir. Thank you. God
Yeah.
bless
Speak
you.
to you guys soon.
Yeah,
God
you too as
bless,
well, Sanay.
Sinay.
Here's everyone.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.